We were category 2 inside the garden category. Sculptures, figures. We sort of separated the smaller groups. Some people are doing. I was going to work on the Panther with Randall, Trey, and Trevor. What were you going to do? Both of these?
Yes.
So Doc was going to do a scarecrow, and is it a fountain?
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry.
Bird bath. I know.
Bird baths and a weather vane would be cool. One of those sort of rooster things on top of barns that turn with the wind. So we can incorporate a panther into that too. We thought, I talked to both groups a little bit about incorporating a panther more so into the entire project. So maybe like a panther bench or a panther on top of the arch when you come in. Something like that would be cool. Since it is the mascot.
Instead of having a born panther,
Yeah.
just make it into the two
So it sounds like the theme from this table is panther.
Well,
It's,
not necessarily.
part of it.
Yeah, maybe just because it's that's the mascot of the school.
Right.
To sort of make it it look like it's their territory. These are here's our our panther garden or whatever. Welcome to.
We're talking about having some sort of entrance or archway to designate the space, and we were talking about it just being very inviting and sort of magical a little. It would be really nice to have some sort of structure that we could have vines and flowers around to have a little bit of color, and then we definitely need some sort of path leading into the garden and around the garden. We thought that having sort of stepping stones that everybody could personalize and work on would be really nice, and they could be really colorful. And instead of a fence, these stones could go all the way around the garden, because it would more designate the space, and a fence would just kind of be restricting if the garden wanted to expand.
Vegetable sculptures, so if it's a row of pumpkins, make a pumpkin and set it on top of a stake so that everyone can tell exactly what the row is. The second is seating areas. So the Panther bench, obviously, hopefully will be one of them. And then other things that we thought could be seating is giant fruits and veggies, so kind of Alice in Wonderland but they could all be in a big group for people to sit there, and then maybe have a separate seating area with maybe giant mushrooms or a ceramic stump or something like that for people to kind of be off in their own place and have a little bit more peace in the garden. And then the third thing that we were talking about is lighting, but we need to figure out the electric stuff.
And next week, we will look at the sketches and we will start making little models. So that we'll begin to narrow down what we're going to do. There is a limited amount of time, so I don't think we can do everything that has been suggested, but I think a good handful of the things can be done. And it depends on the scale, how big we make things, how many of the things that we make. But everything that's been talked about so far is really doable. So that's very exciting.